Good evening. I'm Dan Fitzpatrick at StockMarketMentor.com and now OptionMarketMentor.com as well. So if you're interested in options, you need to get over there and check that out. Okay, it's Monday, October 8th. Let's get to it. I'm looking at some guns and ammo stocks here, some defense stocks, and I'm not talking about Raytheon and some of the others, Lockheed Martin. I'm talking about guns here. These have been trading higher pretty much for the entire year. Been pretty volatile here with Smith & Wesson, and as the election nears, you're gonna see these stocks get increasingly volatile. At least that's what I think. But here's the deal. This stock is close to the 50-day moving average now, and it's trading in a little bit of a tight volatility squeeze. Look how low, look how tight the Bollinger Bands are. That reflects low volatility. You combine that with the stock being down at the lower Bollinger Band. This is a stock that I'm wanting to buy here, anticipating an upside move. But if you're taking that trade, just know that, first of all, the 50-day moving average is only relevant as a general trend indicator, not as a line of support. You can see that here. So I wouldn't really be interested in using like the 50-day moving average as a reference for stops. Rather, because of the volatility here, I would be more interested in using today's intraday low of, we'll call it $10. So maybe $9.95 would be a better deal. That's like a 50-cent risk on a $10.50 stock, which isn't a bad risk reward on a stock that's trending higher and at the bottom of the trading range. So that's something to think about. Another one, Ruger. Sturm Ruger, the reason I mention this is because it's pulled back to a key buy point, the 200-day moving average. This is one that I would use, the 200-day moving average, as a reference. That's at 43.81. So if you're buying this stock, keep the stop just a little bit below 43.81. Call it 43.75, something like that. Now on this one, note the share volume, a third of a million shares. So it's pretty illiquid, really. Smith & Wesson, a little bit better. And then my other gun stock is Cabela's. This doesn't trade too much either, 608,000. So less than a million shares on these two, on Sturm Ruger and Cabela's. Cabela's is also in a nice uptrend. It's not at a great buy point now. It's at a great OMG, I'm glad I own it point. But if you're an aggressive trader, you can go ahead and keep trading this trend and hold the stock, because I think it will ultimately continue to move higher over the next month or so. So anyway, those are three for you. Just make sure you are looking at buying them at support. Cabela's, again, tough. It's way above support. Smith & Wesson is pretty much right at support, and Ruger definitely at support. So those are three for you. Okay, members, we're going over some of the oil and gas trades, and then also some metals and mining. So why don't you get over there now and check that out.